Hi Besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Welcome to my first ever mid-year book tag. I'm really excited for today's video and I love watching other people's videos on this tag. It's so fun to watch. I also want to thank today's sponsor. It's a company that I'm going to talk about in just a sec because you guys, they have the coolest product ever and I'm going to be talking about their new Books Note Air 2. But first, basically what the mid-year freak out book tag is, it's basically a tag where I answer a bunch of questions and obviously they are all book related, but questions for like the mid-year. Okay, but before we get into today's book tag, okay guys, let's talk about today's sponsor. So thank you so much for sponsoring a portion of today's video. I'm so excited to share with you guys this product. It's so freaking cool. So this is the Books Note Air 2 Plus and it's a digital notebook. It's for everyone who likes to keep notes to improve work. It also supports you to get a customized reading experience on ebooks. So this is the main page. You have the library store, notes, storage, apps, and settings. One of my favorite features is the notes feature. You can literally take notes. I put my favorite book quotes or anything that I want to write down. And these are all the settings that they have. You can also adjust the screen light to a daytime setting or a nighttime setting, which is so cool. And that really helps if you take notes at night or you just need a little bit more light, and it does not hurt your eyes. You can also download apps, so that is really cool. They have a bunch of apps for like reading, to study, to work. My favorite app and the one that I downloaded right away is Kindle, obviously, you guys. I love reading in this device. It's so freaking cool, you guys. It does not hurt your eyes and it's the best thing ever. So those are my two favorite features, to take notes and to read. It's the best. And you guys, the reason why I really love this tablet is that it's basically an iPad and a Kindle all in one. And my favorite part about the Note Air 2 is that the screen is not an LCD screen, normal digital device screen that hurts your eyes. It's honestly so freaking cool. And I truly believe it's a great investment if you were looking for something like this and you struggle with the same thing that I do with my eyesight. Honestly, you guys, this is so good. So make sure to go ahead and click the link in my description if you want to buy the tablet or if you're just looking for more information and all the specs and details of the tablet. Okay, let's continue the video and let's start the book tag. Let's go. Okay guys, we're back and let's start the tag because I'm super excited to answer all these questions. I'm actually going to leave all the questions from like the book tag in the description because literally I had to like look up all these questions like online on Google because I like literally could not find any video from like other people doing this tag that like they put the questions in the description of the video. So I had to like look them up. But I got you and the questions are going to be in the description if you want to recreate the video, if you want to do the tag. But let's get started with the first question, which is what is the best book you've read so far this year? And again, I haven't read like a bunch of books this year, but definitely I found my new favorite book, and you guys probably all know this if you follow me for, well, the entirety of this year because I found my new favorite book, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I was not expecting to love this book as much as I did. Just completely love the story. I love the characters. I love the writing. It's a childhood best friends to lovers. It has the then and now perspective. Both then and now perspective are amazing because sometimes it happens to me that I read the then perspective and I don't really like it. So I found a book that I love the then and now perspective, like each perspective. You know what I mean? Like, it's so freaking good. It's amazing, you guys. Definitely my favorite book so far. I don't know if I'm going to find another book that's gonna top this year, but let's see. You never know, but this is by far my favorite book of this year. So freaking good, you guys. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. And it's summer and it gives off summer vibes. It's in like a lake house, beach house kind of setting. So freaking good. Love it. Okay, next question is best sequel you've read so far this year. I have to say I haven't finished this book. It's Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. This is the last book of the Twisted series. You guys all know that I love the Twisted series. It's one of my favorite series ever. I've loved every single book. I'm gonna give you the order really quick. The first book is Twisted Love, then comes Twisted Games, then Twisted Hate, and lastly this one, Twisted Lies. And they all have different tropes. Each book is about a different couple, a group of 4 best friends, so girls' best friends. Each book is about a different girl. I love it so much, and this book is so good so far. And I just knew, because in Twisted Hate, you kind of like get a glimpse of the main male character in Twisted Lies, which is Christian, and oh my gosh. So I need to mention it. I know I haven't finished, but either way, I know I'm gonna love it. I do want to say that it's 18 plus, so it has a lot of spicy scenes. So if you don't like books with spicy scenes, I would not recommend you to read this series, but if you do, go ahead because it's so good. I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, but probably it already came out when you guys are watching this video, so go ahead and order the book. Question number 3 is, what's a new release you haven't read but want to? Okay, I have this one. I want to read, which I literally bought the book on my Kindle. I have it on my Kindle sitting there. I haven't gotten to it, but it's Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I love Christina Lauren. They are amazing authors. I love their books. They're so good. And obviously there are other new releases that I want to read that have literally came out this year, but this one has been like my top priority because I have been waiting for this release since they announced it. And I don't know, like I haven't gotten around to it, but I really, really want to read it. It's sitting on my Kindle app. I'm gonna read it, I promise. But yeah, that is the book that I want to read. Next up, an easy answer. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. You guys know this answer. I need to read It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. It's frustrating to know a book is coming out months in advance. I don't know, like I would much rather find out a book is coming out like maybe 2 months before it comes out, like, but definitely this one, It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Like it's the sequel to It Ends With Us, the most famous book, most popular book by Colleen Hoover. I want a story with those two and I want their happy ending, so definitely my most anticipated release of the entire year. Okay, next up, biggest disappointment. I don't know if a DNF counts as a biggest disappointment. I don't know. I feel like disappointment, like the word disappointment is a little too strong. But I'm gonna talk about a book that I was actually really, really excited for. And I started reading it. I'm looking it up, sorry. I started reading it and I was like, what is this? It was just a bit too weird for me. This is Desire the Star by Miranda Silver. I loved Priceless by Miranda Silver, the same author, and I saw that she was coming out with a new book, and this was the new book. It's a dark paranormal romance, and I wouldn't say it's the worst book I've read, no, but I did DNF'd the book because I was really just confused, a bit confused with the story and what was happening. Just not my favorite. Miranda Silver is a dark romance author. A lot of like spicy books. I have loved her other books, but this one, it was just not it for me. It was not it. I just was excited for this book and I just didn't like it. So I wouldn't say it's my biggest disappointment, but it was just not what I was expecting. Number 6, biggest surprise. I would say either Book Lovers by Emily Henry, because I haven't really loved the other books by Emily Henry, but Book Lovers I loved. And I also would say Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, because I had no idea that I was gonna love that book as much as I did. But yeah, I'm gonna put those 2 books. Okay, next question is number 7, and it's not really a question, but New favorite author slash authors. So I would say I have two new favorite authors. Like authors that I discovered this year that I just completely love now. First, Sophie Lark. Oh my gosh. Like I had seen Sophie Lark on TikTok and a lot of people had like recommended her books to me, but I just did not get to them because her books are dark romance. Most of them are mafia slash dark romance, and I was kind of like scared to read them, honestly. But in March, I decided to start the Brutal Birthright series by her, Sophie Lark, and I devoured that entire series in a week. In a week and a half. There's 6 books in the series, and you guys know that I'm so bad at finishing series. I never finish series, almost never. So bad at it. I don't know what happened. I just loved this entire series and this entire world. I stepped out for a second. I had a slight problem with my washer. It kind of goes crazy sometimes. Okay, I think I was talking about Sophie Lark, and basically she's one of my new favorite authors, and my other new favorite author is Carly Fortune. I completely loved her book. I hope she comes out with more books because her book was chef's kiss. Okay, next question is newest fictional crush, and I think I would have to go with Charlie from Book Lovers. I love that main male character. Loved him. Next one is newest favorite character. I don't know if I have like a favorite character. I don't know if favorite, but one of my favorites is the main female character in Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. I honestly don't remember her first name, but that female main character, I loved her so much. Loved her personality and her in the entire book. So good. Okay, next one is a book that made you cry. Definitely Every Summer After. I cried. I don't know, like 3 times. Next one, a book that made me happy. I have 2. Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. I literally laughed so many times. It's so funny. It's so freaking funny. It's amazing. And the other one is My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. Love that book as well. It got me out of my reading slump and it is amazing, and I love the new cover. It's so pretty. Next one is the most beautiful book you've bought or gotten so far this year. And if we are talking about book covers, because I'm not sure if the question is regarding the actual book, the writing or the story, or like the book cover. But if we're talking about the book cover, I can point out one of my favorites. I think definitely one of my favorite book covers this year, which I haven't read the book, but just the cover is the most beautiful thing. I don't know why I love it so much. Is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I completely love this cover. The entire design, like the title and the flowers and the color, so pretty. I love this cover so much. Okay, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I have a lot that I want to read by the end of the year that I need to read. Okay, from the top of my head, I have to go with The Infinity Between Us by Ennis Perkins, this one by Lucy Score, The Problem with Forever, which is another one that I'm so scared to read, but I just have to read it. Obviously, It Starts With Us when it comes out, and as I mentioned before, Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. Obviously, I have a ton of other books that I want to read this year. These are the ones that popped into my head. I don't know. Okay, the last question, but definitely very important. What is your favorite book to film adaptation you've seen this year? We all know the answer to this. The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. That entire show, oh my gosh. And I also get questions if I'm Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad, and I am Team Conrad all the way. I don't know. I personally, I like Jeremiah. It's not that I don't like him, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I loved Conrad and his entire character. So spot on, so good. And that entire show, I could ramble about that show for so freaking long because everything was so perfect. If you've read the books and you watch the show, it's so perfect. And I think my favorite part of that show was the soundtrack. You guys, I have I have mentioned this in so many videos, but the soundtrack of that show, you have so many amazing artists. I loved everything about The Summer I Turned Pretty. And you can watch it on Prime Video if you were wondering. So you guys, that is the book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to click the link in my description if you want to get the Books Note Air 2 tablet. Make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Oh, corks and bottles, ready to pop out. Oh, no more crying. We are knocking out another year of new loves.